In this video, I select an onion and 2 cloves of garlic, plant them in transparent pots, and capture a 4-week time lapse of their growth. After harvesting the produce, I prepare a delicious vegetable pulao using the harvested ingredients along with other vegetables. Initially, I intended this video to be solely a time lapse, but on the day of the harvest, I spontaneously decided to include a cooking segment. I made a pulao with ingredients I had available at home, and it turned out wonderfully. I hope you find this video informative and enjoyable. Due to recent increase in humidity from the rains, I observed that onions, potatoes, and garlic have started to sprout. This piqued my curiosity about the extent to which humidity alone could promote such growth, and how much more they might grow in soil. To investigate, I purchased transparent pots to monitor root development. As a control, I left another onion in my kitchen to compare the differences in growth. Onions and garlic are globally renowned for their sharp, pungent flavors, commonly used as seasonings or condiments. The leaves of these plants offer a more subtle taste compared to their bulbs. As close relatives, both onions and garlic possess roots, bulbs, leaves, and, if allowed to mature, flowers. The initial phase of any plant is the rooting phase, which took approximately 2 weeks for the roots to establish, during which the shoots exhibited minimal growth. The longer the roots, the more stable the plant becomes. After the second week, the growth of the onion shoots appeared exponential. In contrast, garlic took significantly longer to develop. On farms, garlic typically requires several months over winter to grow. After 4 weeks, I decided to conclude the time lapse. It is now timed for harvest. I will only be trimming the onion shoots as they will regrow. Observe the root development in both plants. The control onion in my kitchen exhibited minimal growth. This is the onion plant producing shoots just 1 week after being cut. Let's make vegetable pulao. Here are the ingredients I used: star anise, cinnamon stick, bay leaf, fennel seeds, mustard seeds, chana dal, urud dal, curry leaves, 1 cup of basmati rice washed and soaked for 20 minutes, the harvested onion shoots, 2 medium tomatoes, 1 potato, a couple of garlic cloves, a cup of green peas, and hing or asafoetida. I didn't realize it at the time, but here is a minute of ASMR vegetable cutting. You could use a saucepan or a pressure cooker to make this dish. I'm using unaged rice, which doesn't take too long to cook in a saucepan but has a tendency to overcook in a pressure cooker. Choose the utensil you're most comfortable with. Begin by heating some oil in a saucepan over medium flame and add the whole spices, stirring until they become fragrant. You may use any oil of your preference. I am using olive oil, which is not typically preferred for Indian cooking due to its low smoke point. Adjust the heat accordingly to prevent the oil from burning. Next, add 8 to 10 curry leaves, ensuring they are fully coated and fried. Although I usually follow a specific order, I added all the ingredients all at once due to the oil being too hot. Typically, I would add chana dal, urad dal, fennel seeds, mustard seeds, and then a couple of puffs of hing in sequence. Afterwards, I added the onion shoots and potatoes along with a few more tablespoons of oil. The goal is to sear the potatoes on the outside to achieve a charred taste and not necessarily cook them completely, as everything will be cooked again with rice. Subsequently, I added the tomatoes and green peas. Since I had already added the whole spices at the beginning, I only used turmeric powder, chili powder, and salt for seasoning. Ensure you have the exhaust on or a window open to avoid coughing when adding chili powder to hot oil. The seasoning will coat the vegetables and may stick to the bottom of the saucepan due to the heat. Cover the saucepan with the lid to allow the tomatoes to cook properly before adding to the rice. A slight charring at the bottom of the saucepan can enhance the flavor. Before the charring becomes excessive, add the rice along with the water and a bit more water to account for the vegetables. Mix well and cover the saucepan with the lid, allowing the rice to cook on medium-low heat for about 15 minutes until it is approximately 90% cooked. After 15 minutes, turn off the flame but keep the lid on for another 10 minutes to let the rice cook completely and absorb any excess water. Serve the pulao and garnish with kasuri methi or dried fenugreek. Thank you everyone who stayed until the end. I appreciate all your support. Please let me know in the comments if you tried out this recipe and how it turned out.